So the unit I have is obesity and the harmful side effects, and the lesson for today is the dangers of unhealthy eating. I have 10th grade students of mixed ability, 12 girls and 13 boys. The learning objectives is from the Bloom's taxonomy. I have the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. From the cognitive domain, I did the knowledge section. The student will be able to recall some healthy snacks and desserts that are much more healthy option for those portions of meals for the snacks and desserts. The affective domain, I did the organization section. The student will be able to compare different foods and be able to tell you which are healthy for you and help you lead a healthy lifestyle, and which foods will not help you lead a healthy lifestyle or are not good for you. The psychomotor domain, I chose the perception section. The student will be able to describe healthy foods and what makes foods healthy and how to maintain a healthy lifestyle. For the introduction section, we will do icebreakers at first. Go around and everybody will tell their name, where they're from, if they have ever known someone that's obese, or had a friend that knew someone that was obese or whatnot. If they had any, what effect did it have on them as far as socially or health wise or anything like that. We will review what they have already learned about obesity, hopefully. We will begin a small class discussion that reviews what obesity is, have discussion questions and answers. So to start that off, I have obesity, what is it? And they will explain what obesity is. There are several different answers for what obesity is. But here on the slide I have obesity is the accumulation of fat to the extent that it can cause adverse effects on one's health. Obesity is defined as having a BMI of 30 or greater. So there's a difference between obesity and overweight. Obesity is more, the BMI is higher, so you're larger for obesity, and underweight is smaller. And then it goes from obesity to severely obese to morbidly obese. What causes obesity? I also have some presenter's notes here on the bottom of these slides. So for this one, for what causes obesity, lack of energy balance, environment, genetics, physical inactivity, health conditions, age, not enough sleep, medicines, and of course unhealthy eating, which is what this whole lesson is over. Obesity, I do want the class to know that obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death, which is second to smoking. So unhealthy eating, yuck. This will be a discussion that will take about 10 to 15 minutes within the classroom. So we all know that unhealthy eating can get you to an unhealthy weight, and sometimes it's not a confident one, right? So what else does unhealthy eating cause, and how does it affect you? I also have some presenter slides, or notes, excuse me, on this slide. If, to help strike up conversation or bring up these points if they're not brought up within the class. Unhealthy eating also causes heart problems such as arteriosclerosis, which is hardening of the arteries, coronary artery disease, heart attacks, and even strokes. It also causes high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems, etc. And it goes into that. So next we have two charts that I have created with information that I found. The first one on the left is first of all, these are overweight among high school students versus obesity among adults. Like I stated earlier, overweight isn't as high on the BMI chart as obesity is. Obesity is a larger BMI than overweight is. I mean, we should all strive to be normal weight. So it goes from normal to obesity to severely obese to morbidly obese. So this is a little different on the charts, but you get the point. On the left chart is high school in the blue, with the different ethnicities on each column. And then on the right chart, we have adult males in the blue and females in the green. We have the different ethnicities on the bottom, and then the total on the far right, which shows that there are more adult males that are obese than females. We will have a small discussion over these charts, which will take probably 5 to 10 minutes. I would also like the class to note that the charts have different numbers, and the numbers on the right-hand side are percentages on both charts rather than whole numbers, like out of 100 or anything. Those are percentages. So, the one, it also shows, the one on the left only goes to 30%, and the one on the right with the adults goes to 40%. So there's obviously more obese adults than overweight high school students, which is expected. But if we were to stop it in high school, then the obese adults would be a smaller number too. So we could just nip it in the bud. Next discussion is, why do people not eat healthy, and why is it important to eat healthy? So I have just a few discussion points on the slide of why people don't eat healthy. Some excuses that people give to why they're eating unhealthy. But I deserve this chocolate, because if they're super stressed out or something to that nature. I've ruined it anyway, so why not go all the way? Referring to a diet if they've ruined their diet. I ran 3 miles today, so I earned this splurge. So people tend to think if they've ran 3 miles and burned 300 calories that they can go eat 200 calories and they're still, bettering themselves. When if you would just eat healthy still, then you would burn the 300 calories and you will lose weight faster and be healthier. I'm super stressed. Life's too short. Eat what you want. Well, if you eat what you want, your life is going to be even shorter. And I can't let it go to waste. So, I also have presenter notes on this slide of reasons why these aren't valid, or why you shouldn't think like this for each excuse that I have listed. So for the first one, for example, but I deserve this chocolate. You also deserve to be happy, healthy, and comfortable in your body, which that chocolate will not give you. So with this, I would want the students to discuss, what excuses they have heard from other people that maybe are overweight or obese, and what excuses they give themselves, even if they aren't overweight. Even if they're normal weight, people that are normal weight still don't eat healthy all the time. And even if they are normal weight, doesn't mean everyone else should assume that they are eating healthy all the time, because you can still, I'm not saying to eat unhealthy, and it is possible, but it's still not a healthy person, and they're not leading a healthy lifestyle as they should be. So I will want to go over what excuses they give themselves and whatnot. This is just to strike up conversation. So my first activity is active learning activities is my magazine poster board. We will break out into groups of 3 by numbering off 1, 2, 3 within the classroom. That should take about 2 minutes. The groups will get together. They will go to the activity table located in the back of the classroom, grab a poster board, which will be provided, enough poster boards for each group. Glue, which will be a glue stick, scissors, and up to 5 magazines per group. We're going to make a collage of healthy foods, lifestyles, bodies, or anything that will prevent obesity or has to do with healthy lifestyles on one collage. We will, once every group is done with their collage, they will come to the front of the classroom and present their poster and explain why they chose what they did to put on their poster, or their collage, excuse me. Once they're done with that, they will repeat steps 2, 3, and 4, and except with doing bad foods, bad lifestyles, or things that they now know that they should avoid to accomplish a healthy lifestyle. Um, Again, they will go out in front of the class and present and explain. And hopefully the other class members will learn from the other groups more good and bad foods and lifestyles and whatnot. My second active learning activity is smart snacks and desserts. This is not going to be a group project. It will be a project that you will do on your own. This is a puzzle type worksheet. I'll have a worksheet printed out. It will be the two circles that intersect, kind of to differentiate good and bad. It'll have smart snacks and desserts, and then not so smart snacks and desserts that are unhealthy. So the smart snacks are healthy, and then the other ones are unhealthy. You will go to the middle of the classroom. You are allowed to grab 10 cutouts off the table that are pre-cut by me, and also grab a glue stick. I will hand out the worksheets, and you'll go back to your desk with your worksheet. Decide if these are good or bad foods, and hopefully you picked five. They pick 5 good foods and 5 bad foods. If not, that's fine. And they will put them in the appropriate area, glue them down on the appropriate area of their worksheet. Now, once they're done with that, they are to come up with 4 more snacks or desserts, 2 good and 2 bad, to put on their worksheet, and they will just write them down or draw them out, however they would like to do that. So now we have come to Howard Gardner Multiple Intelligence, the active learning activity number 1, the My Magazine poster board. The activity will help children who are linguistic learners, those who are hands-on learners, and those with interpersonal intelligence. The active learning activity number 2, the Smart Snacks and Desserts activity, will also help children who are linguistic learners and intrapersonal learners that help understand themselves, and also those who learn well with hands-on activities. And that is all for today. Thank you for coming to class, and hope you enjoyed it.